Welcome back to Kimberly Bren Fitness. Today's workout is a great, concise workout if you're going to be on the beach anytime soon. We're going to target three main areas: the back of the legs, the side of the midsection, and the rear part of the shoulder, all parts that are exposed when you're in a bathing suit. Normally we don't use any weights for our workout, so you'll be able to do these at home. Today we're going to add a little resistance because this is going to be really, really effective. If you don't have 5 pounds or a 10-pound weight, what you can do is fill up 2 milk jugs and make sure the top is secure and use those instead. So I'm going to start with some 5-pound weights, and I'm going to show you another option later on. We're going to start with my favorite, squats. Hands in the middle. You're going to bend the elbows up here. Nice and low. You're going to come up and rotate open, pulling the shoulder blades together, lifting the chest. Take it down. 1 and 2. Weight is in your heels, toes should lift. And as you come up, tighten that belly button up underneath your rib cage. You want to try to initiate the movement up with the muscles right under where your tush sits, kind of where your leg and your tush meet. And 1 or 2 more. And hold it here. Hands come down to the side. Keeping the lower body stable, you're going to lean over to one side, nice and tall in the middle, and over to the other side. This exercise is very effective if you use a fairly heavy weight. But again, you want to be careful not to get hurt. Don't overdo it the first few times. As you come up through the middle, you're going to exhale, squeeze that belly button in again, and try to get your spine nice and long at the top. Now I'm going to take my hands a little bit wider and just a smidge faster. Over, 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 over. Try to keep your neck aligned so your spine is nice and straight from your tailbone to the top of your head, and we just lean side to side with that. Lateral flexion. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. And third exercise in the series. Feet come about hip width apart, hands are going to hang out in the front. And what you're going to do, this is a lot of balance here, you're going to first lengthen your spine, lift your chest. One leg is going to lift in the back, and you're going to drop the hands down. Now just holding this position is tough. You're going to try to stabilize. Squeeze your belly and lift back up just until your toe touches the floor. And drop back down, looking at the floor, and squeeze. You'll feel it on the stationary leg more than any place else. Always keeping that belly button pulled in tight up under your rib cage. And pretty simple. So we're going to take these 3 exercises and we're going to do them repetitively, 4 sets, so it winds up being 2 on each side, on each leg. And we're going to move pretty fast now that we've got it. So back to our squat. Elbows bend, toes out slightly, hitting the inner thighs. Drop 1, rotate, 2, exhaling, 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Here come those side bends. Again, a heavier weight, you're going to feel this a little bit more the next day. But if you're contracting those abdominals and really squeezing hard, you're going to feel it anyway. And a little wider. 10, 9, 8. Notice the lower portion of the body doesn't move. Your knees can be slightly bent, but you don't want to bend as you're leaning side to side. Wherever you are is where you want to stay throughout the exercise as far as the lower half of the body goes. And let's try the other leg. One foot goes back, nice and strong, nice and tall, chest lifted. Find that balance point. And squeeze the back of the leg, the hamstring and the glute. Being a little wobbly is not a bad thing. Your abdominals, your core has to contract to balance yourself, which means it's working. To make this really difficult, you could do this on a balance board or some sort of inflated device, a Bosu ball. That's a little too tough for me right now. I can feel this already. All right, getting ready for round 3. Here we go. I'm going to change up my weight on round 3. Okay, nice and low. Rotate, squeeze the shoulder blades together. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, 5. This is also rhomboid. My nice muscles in the back that make it look really toned and improve your posture. You're retracting your shoulder blades together. 2 more. 1 more. Now what I'm going want to do, this is an option, you can stick with your 2 separate weights, or you can take one heavy weight. This is a 12-pound weight. And we're going to do one side at a time, leaning and pulling. 1, squeeze that belly button in as you lean. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now as we go ahead and lift that leg again, we're going to hold the outside or the ends of the weight. And a little heavier makes it a little harder. Leaning forward, chest up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, one more time, and 10. And one more round. Here we go. From our squats. Toes out, drop down. 1, and 2, and 3. Squeeze that tush. 4. Trying not to lock the knees out. Nice and tall, spine is long. And I want to be nice and balanced, so I'm going to switch back to my heavier weight again. So I can do the other side on this last set. Nice and tall, and driving that elbow down. And final set. Pause for just a second at the top of that motion to really make sure you're engaging the correct muscles in the back of that leg. If you don't feel it here, I want you to go a little bit slower. And that is your really quick beach workout. More to come. Make sure you check out our abs section too.